We saw a little bit of disparity in the ability to get aerial and then stay there. Can I guarantee that is not going to be the matter here today? Speaking of, this is Soccer Scout. That's Matter, and that's Elysium making up your Fairfield University squad. Back on over to the left side. 20 seconds into this one. Elysium trying to get up to it. Doesn't gonna matter. Not gonna connect as of right now. Soccer Scout coming over, but somewhat putting something over the bottom. Sharketeer almost connecting down bottom. Little flashy car. What? I'm not exactly sure which one that is actually.
I'll tell you if I saw it again. I probably will.
Regardless, Sadaki, Sharketeer, and somewhat your S squad coming in here. S tier, perhaps, for the Hawaii squad. Yeah, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. S, the letter at the beginning of all of their names right there. Matter, starting this one off a little demo action. Soccer Scout, other side, forced to play this defensive role. Sharketeer coming up at this one, shoots at it. That's a BMW. That's a BMW
Yes.
M3.
M3, I think that's a brand new body in the game.
So, yes. No wonder I haven't seen it very frequently before. Kind of a interesting look. You know, I'm so used to these other car bodies flipping and turning through the air, you know, demoing other and stuff. Not really used to seeing a BMW Z3 or a BMW M3 do that one. You know?
No.
Like
Yeah,
Aston Martin, like I've never seen like an Aston Martin in person. I don't think. Like obviously in the James Bond movies and stuff. But
my body of choice in Rocket League is the F-150, and that's definitely much more of a rough and tumble vehicle.
A fair statement. A fair statement indeed. Sadaki putting this one right side. Nothing doing really so far, and as I say that, Sharketeer coming on. Once again, cue the Jaws music.
Yeah, no pun intended. Hey, look, it's a shark logo, too. Really nice play out of the corner there. Pass out to Sharketeer, finds the open hole in the defense in front of the net, and able to deposit it for that early 1-0 lead.
Soccer Scout, Elysium, and Matter looking to strike back on this one. Just on paper, looking at a 2-3 squad and a 4-1 squad, this is not a bad start. You know, 2 minutes in, only getting scored against once. No lead one, no real lead indeed in the great game of Rocket League, I would call it.
No, definitely not. This is a game that can go back and forth a million times before it's all said and done. So, well, don't think that just because they opened the scoring, and don't look at the records because it's not over till it's over.
Yes, now that one was simply the result of members of University of Hawaii not coming up and getting on this one. That was almost a dangerous position for someone to be in as well. Not going to matter. Sharketeer swimming out at this one. Matter finding the demo on the side. I think Sadaki has been the target of at least 2 of Matter's demos so far, of the 3 at least that I've seen come through on the kill feed? Score feed? I never actually like called that. You know, I've cast plenty of first-person shooters, but oh man, what a cross-map shot right here to the gut. Soccer Scout tries to get this one out to Matter, but that's just going to be somewhat all day long. This travels, we'll call it 4/5 of this pitch, and still ends at about 80 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, that's just a booming clear from somewhat out of their defensive zone. That's just a really nice, powerful clear, and it just goes to show you, you know, you get a powerful clear, sometimes you catch the other team off guard.
And just catch them looking, kind of. Unfortunately, just give them a front row seat to the. Hang on a second. I missed something here.
Wow.
Oh, no, the game just, like, kind of stuttered on us. Okay. You saw the same thing as I saw, and that was Soccer Scout going lower and not getting even close to that one. The game just stuttered a little bit. I was a little bit confused about that one, but the confusion is over. A fantastic goal in every way, shape, and form. Perfect control up top yields your Fairfield University squad their first goal.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they want. You know, they've been scored on twice. There's still plenty of time on the clock, and that's exactly how to utilize it. Get a goal up on the board. Now you're only down 1 with plenty of time to score another.
A dangerous look down bottom. Sadaki kind of took their time getting to this one. A little bit less than 100 seconds up top. This is still anybody's game. Matter out. Soccer Scout almost in. After a whiff on defense again, University of Hawaii not exactly coordinating and hitting at this on all fronts like they really would have liked to be, like they have kind of in the beginning of this.
No, yeah, and it's definitely odd, especially for them. I've called a few of their games so far this season, and they're usually a very strong defensive team. I don't know, maybe a little bit of a first match jitters or whatever it is, but definitely looking to see them clean that up a bit as this set moves on.
Out of the middle, Soccer Scout wisely reading. Okay, so Soccer Scout wisely reading this one as easily redirect down bottom. Defender actually whiffs at it, and that could have been an awesome opportunity. Little bouncing play. Elysium saving this one, keeping the score difference to 1 still. Elysium and Matter both kind of optimize these demo plays here. Now, yeah, we just see a wholesale switch for the University of Hawaii. They're only playing defense. They're going to take this game by 1, or they're going to go to an overtime.
Yeah, that's yeah, definitely. They're really not pushing at all, which is interesting given that they've been whiffing on quite a few defensive chances. And
Ooh.
as I say that, Sharkateer, a really nice, powerful shot to increase their lead by 1 and make it a 2-goal deficit.
115 kilometers per hour, my friend. Once again, 100 kilometers per hour is about 62 miles an hour. You know what? I've said this twice now. I should probably make 100% sure. This one, absolute cool. 62.1371. Feels good to remember conversions sometimes. Here for score-wise, that's grounded out. Hawaii coming in a 3-1 scoreline. Situation they purchased in the last, what was that? Like 9 seconds?
Yeah, it was a 9-second goal by Sharkateer that put them up by 2. Definitely what you want to see as they're ending out this game. Kind of choked the life out of Fairfield as they were starting to push as the game progressed.
100% true. Now, Sharkateer really coming out for this Hawaii squad. Took a heavy bite out of the offense, if you'll forgive it. 4 shots on, came up with a save as well, and with 2 goals, so a perfect 50%, not perfect, a good 50% shot completion ratio right there. Somewhat, though, coming up with 100%. That's what I was trying to say. 5 shots attempted here for Fairfield, so there really wasn't like some massive one-sided situation when it came to time of possession, I've McFallen.
No, yeah, it was a really back and forth game. As we were talking through the game, it was definitely noticeable that Fairfield definitely playing up to the challenge so far here. I like what I've seen from them. Just looking to see maybe a little bit more time in the offensive zone, so they could, put more shots on net on a Hawaii team that seemed to be scuffling in the defensive end after that first game.
Yeah, the fair statement entirely through and through. Fairfield University taking game number 1. Again, there's a 4-1 squad coming in at a 2-3 squad, and the simple fact that Fairfield took this down to a 2-1 difference to the last like 8 seconds still really is something they can take home to the bank. Well, not take home to the bank. They can feel good about it, but you got to take W's here to really put points on the board and improve that record at 2 and 3 and try to get closer to 500. Getting back in this, getting into game 2. Whoever wins this one, no one will be eliminated there, because this is a best of 5. 3 games at least. Down bottom, Sharkateer showing up on defense. Kind of mostly the offensive heavy hitter earlier, but now showing up what they can do on the defense. That was Sharkateer coming off the wall again and not really getting an optimal hit, we'll call it.
That's what you want to say, sure.
So you spin negatives into neutrals. That's what we do as casters, right?
Absolutely.
40 seconds into this one. Soccer Scout deflecting from Sadaki on the other side. Elysium once again beating a member of Hawaii as well. That's a solid little setup. Members of Fairfield just simply not there, though. The Stags not able to gallop their way down to this one. What's it called when a deer runs? Like, it's not a gallop, that's a horse.
Prancing?
No, prancing isn't like sprinting. I mean, like running, I guess, quickly as they can.
They are hooved animals. I don't see why you wouldn't call it galloping, but in the same coin, I've only ever heard gallop used for a horse.
Well, like horses also have like kind of like the motion, like the da-da-da.
Yeah.
Deer when they run are much closer to the ground, or they like are more like dashing, like and.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Dashing through the snow, right? One horse open sleigh.
Hey, no. No.
That was actually not my intent. That was not my intended setup. But you can guarantee the Soccer Scout for the side of Fairfield University was intended all day long. Love to see it. Sharkateer once again Okay. I loathe when individuals place like skill differences or like differentials and what they expected based on like ping and whatnot. But at the same time, Hawaii is about as far away as you get. Now, ping-wise, it seemed kind of similar, but this is a 4-1 squad that usually is firing on all cylinders, and there's been multiple, very obvious situations. Just to be blunt, the University of Hawaii is coming into this one and just a complete 100% whiff. Something that champions level better and better players would never whiff at least consistently.
No, and you're seeing a ton of it. I mean, right there with Charcuterie really whiffing on that, for lack of a better term, and we've seen it time and time again. Really, the Hawaii defense just looks disheveled. They just don't look like they've got it right now.
The disheveled, that Ashton Kutcher just just rolling out of bed look, right?
Absolutely. Or me right now casting. I look disheveled. I feel disheveled. I've been doing this for a few hours now, all night.
Fair enough.
After my classes at law school today, really feeling the tiredness today.
I got you. Well, hey, you're out here, dude. You're out here.
Yeah.
You'll find what it means when you're run. Jumping gear stag mask. Yeah, whatever. Maybe it's just called lucky.
Maybe.
Yeah, stags have long legs and powerful muscles that can run 40 miles an hour and jump 10 feet high. Now that is actually true. I've seen deer jump higher than that. Honestly, it's wild it's absolutely wild to see. You never really. It's those long spindly legs. I just never really I guess. Anyway, sorry. 100 seconds left. Fairfield's up 1-0. This is not really a situation they've been in like a whole lot. So this isn't like the same keep away situation that we saw Hawaii adopt like at that 2-1 scoreline. Oh my God! Matter almost railing that one in for the second one, which really, especially the way the pace of this game has been going, would have been the nail in the coffin 100%. Charcuterie coming out to this one after a whiff, simply can't connect on him.
Yeah, no, and speaking to the pacing of this game, this has been one of the slowest paced games I've called all night. I mean, there's really no, I don't want to say no speed to this game, but it's very minimal. Very slow game. I'm really kind of shocked to see it play out like this.
Middle, that was almost everything they needed as well. Members of Fairfield not giving up this one by any means, still really just continuing to back and forth in this one. Direction of travel, what is it called? We're just talking about clubs and whatnot. Oh, here we go. Walks, trots, and gallops. There you go.
Aha!
There you go! That's Soccer Scout with a second there right now. Second goal in. Only one shot attempted, so, yeah, again, the game can be kind of wonky. But hey, what am I doing? I am not giving this game the full respect it deserves. These stags for Fairfield showing up right here. I might know what it is called when a stag runs its full capacity, but the more important information right now is that Fairfield University is up 2-0. And while this might be a dangerous lead, no one really told Fairfield. Oh my, especially after that shot from Matter.
Yeah, that was a fantastic shot. Maybe a little bit more to the left that would have been on net, but wow, that was a really nice ball control situation right there.
Middle, Elysium getting to this one. Charcuterie getting there in just the nick of time this time. Shot across the middle. Elysium puts this up again. Soccer Scout comes in for the goal to go outside of this game. Not gonna matter. Speaking of, nope, somewhat. Putting this one out. No goose egg. No, it's going to be a goose egg. Fairfield University 2-0 in game number 2. And just like that, we have purchased ourselves a little more Rocket League, I've fallen.
Yeah, and you always love to see that, especially on the last Saturday night.
Oh,
love that.
You do not like to see. You looking at the same thing as me?
That high ping.
I mean, decently high ping, 80 across for, 80s, 60s, stuff like this. No, I am looking at the 9 shots for Fairfield in the loneliest number. That's 1 for your Hawaii, or University of Hawaii, Maui team.
Yeah, wow, dang.
Game can be weird in how it awards these. It really can be weird with how it awards, your shot attempts, saves, assists and stuff like this. But I gotta say, I feel like that is kind of indicative of how many shots Hawaii had. I would say probably more like 3 or so. But at the end of the day, doesn't matter because they didn't rail in a single one. The first goose egg we've seen in this series will be put up by the University of Hawaii after a 3-1 victory there in game number 1.
Yeah, and props to Fairfield for pushing back on a on paper better team. I'm not saying they're better skill wise, but record wise they're
Yeah, no,
better.
exactly. On paper, yeah, what they have done up to this point. I'm 100% with you. 100% with
Yes.
you. Fairfield University coming out. Dang it! I think it was in the Northeast somewhere. It might have been Connecticut. I don't want to look again. It's in the Northeast somewhere. So yeah, again, very very far away from each other. No matter. Sharketeer, that's a shot on and a bouncing play. Sharketeer raising that head, putting the fin above the water for the first time in about 6 minutes.
Yeah, and that's a long shot, really long shot, and just picks the bottom left corner post and drops it up into the middle area of the net. Just a really nice, powerful clearance, turns into a goal. And to turn back to your point, you were right. Fairfield's in Connecticut.
Did I say Connecticut?
You did.
Nice. Love to see it. So yeah, transcontinental. I think that was like from the East Coast to the West Coast. Even farther than the transcontinental, like railroad, is where the two teams are playing across or from or whatever.
Long.
Matters.
Long.
Long. There you go. It is very long. Sharketeer. Sadaki trying to get to this one. Bounce play. Sharketeer hitting that one perfectly. A redirect is not for Fairfield right now. Coming in and somewhat. Oh my goodness. About as fast as you get. Check out the speed. 112 kilometers per hour.
Pretty quick. Pretty quick. But that's a really nice strip of the ball off the Fairfield defender. He had it. They had it on their hood and somewhat comes right in and strips it and puts it into the back of the net to extend the Hawaii lead.
It does. This is looking dangerous again. Matter doesn't get a great hit at it, but that might have just purchased. Yes, it does. Purchased just enough time for Elysium to get there and for this member to not make a backboard play. Fantastic stuff. Might not have been the prettiest, but hey, neither am I. 2 minutes, or excuse me, 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in this one. 2-0 lead for your University of Hawaii Maui squad. Oh my goodness, Elysium from third pitch.
Wow. Somewhat came way out for that. Way out of the net.
Hard. Yeah.
And
That's
just opened up the back of the net. And it was almost a free goal for Fairfield right there. Nevertheless, we get back underway. 1 goal lead.
Matter back to the middle. Somewhat easily taking this one away, even giving him a epic save to go on the offense with. Sharketeer hitting this one right side, bouncing it up and around. Trying to get it towards this middle and actually realizes there's nobody down bottom. Tries to get to Sadaki. Sadaki has to be present on this field to receive a pass.
Lots of demolitions on the side of Fairfield, I'm noticing. They're really relying on that physical play.
I'm not against it by any means. Definitely hit reload last time, and if it, it's not stupid if it works, right?
Yeah.
Might be a little bit cheesy, especially tell it to Sharketeer after his 5th demo against, but hey, you just gotta pay attention to those. We just saw the effect that those had in the last game too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Acknowledged. Yeah.
It was, they were saying that it was getting really irritating and it caused the game to get close. So I mean, if it works.
Exactly. He said, yeah, there's even a little bit of tilt action, like coming close to it at least, but they want to keep it cool through that. That was also a little bit more of a one-sided game. This is pretty. I mean, we're series-wise tied. 1 score between these two. Plenty of time left. Fairfield scores 1 more, and we have basically as neutral as you get.
Yeah. One of our colleagues likes to say, complicated 0-0.
Complicated 0-0. I do love that. If Fairfield scores again, of course, then we will have seen 5 total scores for the side. Oh, there it is. Love to see it. A complicated 0-0 all the way through. So, just to inform, right? A 2-score difference in game number 1 for Hawaii at a 3-1 scoreline. A 2-score difference for Fairfield in game number 2. Now about 103 seconds left, 2-2 left in this means that both teams have taken a game and scored 5 goals with no clear advantage over the other. Yeah,
this is just about as neutral as a series can get right now. It's been very enjoyable to watch.
Who was it who said complicated 0-0? Yeah, I love that.
Honestly, it was, give credit where credit's due. It was Septilence.
Hey, he has a go. Oh, doesn't like the situation. Elysium coming in at this one, 3-2 scoreline, 87 seconds left or so. Fantastic stuff down bottom.
Yeah, and that was a great, just tucked it in up under the crossbar to get that nice angle shot into the back of the net, and Fairfield will take that lead.
Get to the right side here, covering this one up, taking it to the left, somewhat. Getting a nice hit down bottom, trying to get to a teammate, but that actually tries to cover it up themselves. Sadaki across the middle, somewhat gets to this first. Nope, Elysium does. Gonna go, went for the ball. Maybe he should have gone for defender because that trajectory was true.
I mean, it really could have. I mean, it ended up not hurting him, but I definitely would like. I definitely see why you'd want him to go for the defender.
Shot around, down bottom. Not going to be able to get over to Fairfield this early. Whoa, spinning play on this one to Charketeer. Gets side boosting more. Now gets to the goal post and defends this one out. More points for them on the defense. Somewhat. Shot to the right side as Matter makes some Charketeer a non-issue for the next couple of seconds. Now bringing it out, using this boost and more to set this one up, but only 33 on the respawn.
I'm starting to bleed out on Hawaii here. If they're going to make a push and tie this game up, they need to do it pretty much now.
Yeah, 18 seconds or so, one score difference. Definitely dangerous, but like you said, oh, Matter! Matter does get there. And the drip play not going to happen from Charketeer. Sadaki almost keeps that up, though. 6 seconds to go. Volleyball will be the game that we're playing here in just a second, though. Last bounce. Got to get it up. Cannot. Fairfield coming in. 3-2 victory. Love to see it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm always cheering for an upset. I like it. I like what I'm seeing from Fairfield right now. They're playing with a lot of heart, a lot of skill, and they're just really pushing back on a really strong Hawaii team.
Yeah, I am 100% with that one. Looking at trying to go back to even as well, right? That's Fairfield at 2-3. Hawaii, they lose one more game here. That's going to be it. That's going to be 4-2, their second loss instead of improving to that very impressive 5-1 absolute run. Taking it back to the numbers, though, this really wasn't that different. 9 shots Fairfield, 7 for Hawaii. There's really not a huge score numbers disparity there, I've been falling.
No, definitely not. And that just we were talking mid-game about how close and how neutral this whole series has been, and that's just a testament to it right there. I mean, equal chances almost, maybe a little bit on the side of Fairfield that last game, certainly. But I mean, really neutral series, really interesting series. Definitely very fun to watch, and I couldn't tell you where I expect the series to go because I have no idea.
Absolutely. Might get another Game 5 barn burner on our hands like we had the University of Louisville, the Cardinals, that took on the Dolphins over at College Staten Island earlier. We are not there quite yet, though. Fairfield's up. We need to have this proved to us from this University of Hawaii squad before we even talk about a Game 5 situation, really. Came out hot and heavy. Then anything but that in game number 2, and then just a shade lower in game number 3. Back on over the side. Matter. Getting this one up against backboard, rolling it up. Charketeer hits this one way out. Sadaki tries to receive it. Doesn't quite get past right there. Elysium covering it up. Matter hit to the middle, somewhat right there. Somewhat stops it. Now over to Charketeer. Charketeer onto Soccer Scout. Bouncing play, but Elysium gets a big clear on this one. Charketeer on the back. Gonna block that one out. That was definitely going in otherwise, as Elysium got a big redirect yet again. That's another good one. Elysium does get to it. And so, yeah, this has just been volley serves, tennis-wise, here for these two squads so far.
Yeah, it's just real back and forth Rocket League, and the neutrality of this series is really mind-blowing. And it just shows right here, neither team really has an edge so far in this Game 4.
Gotta agree with you. No scores yet, 90 seconds in. That might be one of the longest we've seen in this matchup so far with no team scoring as of yet. Bounce play, somewhat taking this one out to the left side. Elysium tries to meet him there, cannot get it past, but teammate Soccer Scout does. Sadaki forced to keep this one up. Everybody burning boost to try and get this ball to go to where they want it to. Sadaki up, Sadaki in. There's the first goal just outside 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's just a really nice first shot. Elysium gets the touch, but Charcuteer does a really good job of hemming him in, and then the bounce just goes directly to Sadaki, who's able to tuck it up into the top of the net.
109 kilometers on that one. 306 up top. Team's going back at it. Fairfield. Need one more game. Put the series away. Hawaii needs 1+1. It's 2. Fairfield. Man. Fairfield over the left side. Sadaki. Takes this one towards the middle. Matter almost paying with that one for their life. Or with their life, excuse me. This one comes back to the middle. Sadaki is railing goalpost right now as Matter literally hits this against, I think, 2 members and a goalpost.
Oh, let's see. Gets the ball, goalpost.
1 player, so yeah. So against himself, yeah. I guess I should say, and a goalpost as it was coming in.
Definitely a complicated goal, but ugly goals just as counts the same as a pretty goal, so take them any way you can get them.
This is true. This is true. Halftime approaching. Soccer Scout, the rest mildly offensive position until that right there. Not exactly on point for Lyceum. Doesn't need to be either, though. Soccer Scout coming up to it. Soccer Scout getting beat by Sadaki. Somewhat on the other side. Popping this one to the middle. Charcuteer over. Sadaki covering it up. This is going to be middled pretty well. Soccer Scout taking a demo, and that's somewhat. This shot was a little bit lower. That'd be a score. The right side. Oh, yet again. Second hit just almost getting there multiple times for your Hawaii squad. Whiff yet again. Not sure if the angle would have been true, but at least would have been a shot attempted and forcing the hand of a member of Fairfield University. That would have been for the University of Hawaii. Back to the middle. Soccer Scout right side. No members back, but this is a huge popping play. Way too high for Elise and way too fast to that one. Gets nothing for it.
High hard heater, you couldn't get to it.
Had some heat on it. Had some extra mustard. Matter tries to go for a pop play, maybe to redirect this one, then gets up to it. Elysium rolling this one in. Is that just again got very complicated down bottom?
Yeah, and that's been the theme of this game. Just the complicated. Look at that. Comes out. Matter acts. I don't even think that was on purpose. Popped it out like he did. But no matter. Elysium read it very well. He's able to deposit it into the back of the net.
2-1 scoreline. Fairfield up by a single goal. The upset is 70 seconds away right now. I've been following.
Yeah, and you love to see it. You really do. Not that I'm rooting against Hawaii, but I love to see an upset.
Always love to see upsets. Always love to see the unpredictableness of esports kind of prove that no matter what level you get to, you know, this isn't some middle school league. No matter what oh my goodness. Yep, that's probably, like, if we take, like, average goals in this game, that's going to be it because I believe, yeah, I mean, at, what, about 4 minutes, 10 seconds in?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's about an average of 1 score per minute, which means that even if University of Hawaii gets one in that about minute left, it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, they could break the script too. That's certainly in the cards here.
I'd love to see it. Love to see a game 5.
Yeah.
You know, what is on paper is supposed to be a sweep, then gets turned into extra games. It gets turned into almost a full underdog story. Then gets turned into a game 5 barn burner where nothing, like literally nothing else matters. Like you said, the complicated 0-0.
Yeah. Be good television, but it's starting to look less and less likely.
Yeah. Not sure if that's going to exist outside the realm of fiction and fan lore. 10 seconds to go. They got to take it right now and then end with at least a second left to even get an opportunity. I'm going to say that's not going to happen. Your Fairfield University squad, the Stags, have done it. And that... Okay. All right. If there was like 5 seconds left in this game, this player from the left side probably would have been able to get like shank this one into the right, and that'd have been it. And then you'd be seeing a lineup at like 3 seconds left or 2 seconds left. But that is theory crafting at its worst, perhaps. Fairfield University are your victors here. Little upset action. 3-3 Fairfield University will be, after taking it 3-1 fashion over the University of Hawaii at 4-1. They'll be dropping now down to 4-2. Fairfield serving up might be cold, but serving it up. The second L here for your University of Hawaii Maui squad. Now we'll be going to a very short break. We'll be getting a little interview action to come back in at you. Don't go anywhere. Don't tune away. We'll be back in just a minute.